The earth is flat, you're being lied to. The earth is flat, you're being lied to. The earth is flat, you're being lied to. The earth is flat, you're being lied to.
Hello everybody. Hey, what's up? Check this out. Couple things. NASA sold the world on the moon landing. And to this day, they're still stealing taxpayer hard-earned lives to spread their lies to a population that's either unaware or choose to believe that they can never be fooled. You know, what they're selling is coming to light. You know what they say. In sales, they say, everything you say after a sale is a potential loss of that sale. You know, their lies are catching up with them. You can't keep throwing all this nonsense out there and people not wake up. They sold the moon landing. Look, my parents saw it on TV. Great. You won. The earth is round. Shut the fuck up now. Shut the fuck up. You did it. You lied to the fucking world. Shut the fuck up. That's what you need to do. But you keep putting this bullshit out there. What are you trying to prove? See, there's the question. What the fuck are you trying to prove? You're trying to prove the existence of aliens and the non-existence of God. Because the round earth picture from the Apollo didn't do it. My parents still believe in God. But you know what they believe in more than that? Fucking science. You know, you can argue all day till you're blue in the face with these people about a plane going around the world, and they keep popping up this gravity shit, and they think it's sad that today's generation is questioning science. It's so depressing. Okay, so here we go. Researchers have identified the furthest galaxy ever discovered in space. Woo! A staggering 13.3 billion light years from Earth. The galaxy was observed around 420 million years after the Big Bang, when the universe was just 3% of its current age. Astronomers have calculated the galaxy is a 13.3 billion light years from Earth, with a single light year representing 5,878,625 million miles. That's one light year. That's how many million miles away one light year is. It's about 13 billion light years. So let's look at that math. Light years to miles. 1 light year equals, I can't even read that. At some point we hit the quadrillions here after the math. I'm going to show you guys what this, that if you're using a calculator and you start jiving these numbers around, it actually it'll put an E on the calculator and then like a 10, which is like the power to the 10 times the power to the, what the hell. Their math is bullshit. This is how far this camera can actually see. Right? 13.3 billion light years. How the fuck can it see that? When we're talking about light years, you're talking about light years. 400 years ago or so, right? So then all of a sudden, the camera can make it to us, right? The eye of the camera can see this fucking thing when we're not even dealing with thousands of years for the camera to see into the light years. You ain't gotta be stoned to figure that shit out. You know what I mean? This is bullshit, people. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Can you really realistically look at these numbers and think, yeah, they could do that? Yeah. And my new fucking iPhone is gonna be badass if that's true. You know what I mean? I use a Galaxy, but I'm probably gonna change because of the fucking name Galaxy. It's all bullshit. But think about it, people. This is nonsense. Look around at some of the stuff that they're saying, and it's nonsense. It's the same as the proponents of the globe. The rhetoric they give you as an answer to your questions is always bullshit, light-bending, gravity nonsense that they spew from the mouth straight from the snake of NASA. And here's something I just thought about right now.
If you could see 13 billion miles away with your super duper camera, your super NASA camera, then how about show me, I don't know, let's say only 288,000 miles, shoot a picture of the rover on the moon, or a flag on the moon, or any fucking thing that shows people are on the moon. I mean, that's simple stuff. You could think about that yourself. Say, oh, well, these people that believe in flat earth, these people that believe in all this nonsense. You can't ask this question to yourself. Common sense dictates that if they could see 13 billion miles away, then we could get closer views of the moon. And we'd be able to see the flag, the rover, the fucking moon bases, the fucking, when they took off, whoop, all the leftover shit. Footprints on the fucking moon. Come on, man. Even then, you should be able to see Mars really close up without a rover. Right? 13 billion? We should be able to see anything that they say that we've seen.
Here in animation, the all-important re-entry to duplicate a return trip from the moon. It, too, exceeded its requirements. The spacecraft skipped in and out of the Earth's atmosphere to slow it down, blazing in at nearly 25,000 miles per hour.
Blazing in at 25,000 miles per hour. What did they use? You guys seen? You see that where they show the little trajectory, right? It's flying into the atmosphere, and then it just jukes itself right back up, and then it jukes itself back down, right? Hitting it at 25,000 miles per hour. You sit there and you stare at this thing. First thing right off the bat, you notice how small it is. Like, you could get like 3 fucking kids in there, and you could play inside. But there's, you know, what was actually pushing this thing to where it could move around, right? This triangular shaped, it could actually, did the wings pop out of this thing, right, where it could change? No. You know what they said? They said it was computer guided, right? We computer guided it in and out, right, on this its course, right? And then all of a sudden, here's the biggest problem I got with it, is 25,000 miles per hour, and then we're gonna slow it down with a fucking parachute. Okay? Have you seen the footage of these monkeys trying to drop these? Here, look, let me show you.
DC-1 detected.
Yeah!
Yeah. Good. BT-2 detected.
Good. Come on, baby. Alright, here he goes. Come on, baby. Here goes. Oh!
Flight, this is PI. Partial shoot. Copy, partial shoot.
Denied. See, this is the problem with this. You got heavy equipment. See, you don't have to be a fucking rocket science, no pun intended. You got heavy equipment, and you have a parachute held together by, I don't care what the hell it's made out of. It's a light, flimsy fucking parachute pulling G-force and 25,000 miles per hour. That one that they just did there was not moving at 25,000 miles per hour. That was a low orbit test. Go look it up. And what happened? Denied. You're telling me that the Apollo is flying down and at 25,000 miles per hour and a fucking parachute stopped the fucking thing. This is common sense, people. You don't have to... it's simple. So what if I told you I had the video of what actually happened when they did pull the chute?
Stop this thing! We can't stop. It's too dangerous. We've got to slow down first. Bullshit! Just stop this thing! I order you! Stop!
You, sir.
Are you all right, sir?
Fine. How have you been?
Fine, sir.
Good.
It's a good thing you were wearing that helmet.
Yeah.
What shall we do now, sir?
Well, are we stopped?
We're stopped, sir.
Good. Well, why don't we take a 5-minute break?
Very good, sir. Smoke if you got 'em.
So what have we learned here? You should not pull the emergency stop. Man, 25,000 miles per hour. And we're gonna throw a parachute out there. Did you guys notice the size of that parachute? Like, how is it packed in to this little space? Like, you ever try to pack a fucking tent? I've never used a parachute, but look at that little tiny capsule. And like I said, man, I visited this thing. It's tiny. So you got this little tiny capsule. You're dealing with. You have to have like probably, I don't know, oxygen tanks, computer guided equipment, 3 men, a big ass heat shield, and oh yeah, let's not forget that we need to make it big enough to put a parachute that's going to stop it at 25,000 miles per hour. Already. See, they say that you know, they have to turn off cameras and stuff like that. You never see them re-entering orbit, you know? The CGI stuff from Orion, you know, they're still using parachutes. They still use parachutes. They said they couldn't use the parachutes. They had to design some new shit for Mars because the air's thinner or some shit. It's even harder to stop. So what I want to show you is the Mariner. This thing's crazy. It was some like 1967. They put this thing up into space, and it goes 388 million miles away, and they get a radio signal from 388 million miles away. I can't fathom that. Can you fathom that? Like, here's a radio signal that'll go 388 million miles through space, and I can't get a fucking cell signal when I'm camping. Watch this.
On June 14th, a 540-pound spacecraft called Mariner was launched toward the planet Venus. After traveling through space for nearly 3.5 months and covering a distance of 219 million miles.
Just a side note, that is about 17,000 miles per hour, that thing's. What's propelling that thing? Like, you just shoot it in a slingshot, it just runs through space at 17,000 miles per hour. Then what? And if it's doing that, shouldn't some shit be breaking off the sides of it at 17,000 miles per hour? We just heard that we need a heat shield. You gotta have a heat shield at 5,000. This thing's moving at 17,000 miles per hour on its way to Venus.
Mariner 5 flew by Venus. The highly successful Mariner transmitted data about the Venusian atmosphere, ionosphere, magnetic fields, and the energy levels of cosmic rays. In Pasadena, the director of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory talked about the results. Here's Dr. William H. Pickering.
On October 19th of this year, Mariner 5 flew past the planet Venus at a distance of about 2,500 miles above the surface.
Okay, William, 2,500 miles away. How come the gravity didn't suck that bitch right in?
This was the second successful Mariner mission to the planet. The path of the Mariner is shown by this model. And between these 2 points of the path around the planet, Mariner was out of sight of the Earth. This was done deliberately so that we could observe the effect of radio signals passing through the atmosphere of the planet Venus. By observing the effect of the atmosphere on the radio signals, we were able to learn a great deal about the atmosphere of the planet. To show, for example, that it is exceedingly dense at the surface, that it is mostly carbon dioxide.
Aeronautics and Space Highlights in 1967, a year of continued research and exploration.
All right, here's the last thing I want to show you guys. It's some old footage from NASA, Saturn, and Venus. And I want you to ask yourself how real this looks. And in the meantime, I'll keep making you guys some more videos. And coming up here shortly in this one is something really funny, because you got to see this. And I'll commentate when it gets to that part. There it is, right there. Look. Just gonna show it one more time here. It's sitting perfectly in space. Boom. It's not moving. How did it take those pictures? It's simple. If somebody answer that question, how is the camera sitting perfectly still in space taking a picture of Saturn? It's not even possible by NASA's bullshit lies. I don't know. I'll make you guys some more videos soon. Later.